We just started a brand new school year, and though it's important year-round for fathers to be present for their kids, this transitional time is an important one for dads to be there, helping.
Yeah, they're helping us better understand the significance of a present father. Our attorneys, Jeffrey Loving and James Hagler, they fight for dads wanting a relationship with their kids, and they join us now with more. As we mentioned, it's the beginning of the school year, and it's really an important part as far as the stability of the child to have both parents there, even if they're not in the same home.
Absolutely. I believe the best parent is both parents, but unfortunately, many fathers are pushed out of the lives of their children. Now, the first day of school, which in the Chicagoland area has already occurred, a lot of children, especially in tougher areas, need a dad, and dad should be there to take them to school on the first day of school, because gangs are reluctant to try and recruit young boys when they have a present father. And I know, I grew up in Chicago, so I'm personally familiar with how this works. So it's very important to have a dad, a present there the first day of school, to let those gangbangers know that I'm here, leave my kids alone.
So how do divorced dads do it? How do they manage the school year when they're not with their significant other anymore?
Well, it's not always easy, because there are fathers that call me that have had orders of protection entered against them. I spoke to one dad recently, and I'm convinced it's completely based on false allegations. He wasn't even in court when it was entered against him. But with that order of protection, if he tries to protect his child, goes near his child to protect his child, he could end up arrested and locked up and thrown in Cook County Jail, charged with violating an order of protection, which is punishable by up to a year in jail. So these things are very problematic. I'm very concerned about it.
So they need to be addressed sooner rather than later.
Absolutely.
And letting it hang out there. You also pointed out that there are situations where the children disappear and the father has no idea where they are.
Yes, right now school is starting, but we have a lot of people that want to move away from Illinois. They want to go someplace else for whatever reason, and often these people are not married. We have many more paternity cases than we ever had. And because of that, they don't live together, and there's probably no existing court orders. So a lot of moms have been taking their kids and moving out of town without any forewarning to the father. And that's a terrible shock to these kids. All of a sudden, they're taken away from their neighborhood, their friends, their parent, and left all by themselves. It's a horrible thing. It happens all the time, particularly as school begins every year.
Now, you recently had a case where you were able to keep a child closer to their father. Can you explain that to us?
Well, what we do is when we locate a father is missing a child, we locate the parent, and we serve them with a summons and a petition to return to Illinois. If the child's been living outside of Illinois for more than 6 months, we could have lost jurisdiction. So it's really important for fathers that if they know that their child is missing or has moved to another location outside of Illinois, to file a case in Illinois before that 6 months elapses and Illinois loses jurisdiction.
What is the importance, or what have you been able to quantify or qualify as the importance of a father in a child's life, besides stopping a gangbanger from recruiting them?
Well, there's a lot. In the first book I ever wrote, Father's Rights, on pages 46 and 47, I have a lot of important statistics that shows the possible effect of father absence. For instance, little girls. Little girls are more likely to become victims of abuse, sexual abuse, if they are father absent. Children are more likely to drop out of school if they have no dad there. So there are a lot of statistics that support the importance of involved fatherhood. 46, 47, right on my book. And also, I'd like to congratulate James Hagler. We worked on a case I'll never forget, where our client's daughter was kidnapped from school, and the police were unsuccessful in locating her, and that's what we did. Jim Hagler did a great job. We worked with Detective Halleck, and we're able to locate our client's little girl and recover her, and she's safe now, thank God. So this is important work, protecting children. It's more than fathers, it's protecting children so they can have a future.
I know a lot of the paperwork that I filled out when my kids went back to school involved, are there an order of protection out there?
Yes.
Is there someone who should or should not be involved in their lives? And so it's important to fill out those pieces of information so that the
Absolutely.
school can have it and that they can know what the situation is. Gentlemen, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And shining a light on this situation. For more information, you can call the number there on your screen or go to dadsrights.com. You can also check out Dad's Rights on social media.